The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats who lived in a meadow at the foot of a mountain, and their last name was Gruff. There was the big Billy Goat Gruff, the middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff, and the little Billy Goat Gruff. All 3 of them jumped about among the rocks in the meadow and ate what grass they could find, but it wasn't very much. One day, the littlest Billy Goat Gruff looked up at the high mountain overhead and he thought to himself, "It looks as though there were a great deal of fine grass up on the mountain. I think I'll run up there all by myself without telling anyone and eat so much grass that I'll grow to be as big as anybody." So off he went without telling his brothers a word about it. The little Billy Goat Gruff ran along, tip-tap, 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 until at last he came to a wide river with a bridge over it. Now the little Billy Goat did not know it, but this bridge belonged to a great, terrible troll, and the little goat had not gone more than halfway across when he heard the troll shouting from under the bridge. "Who's that going across my bridge?" shouted the troll in his great loud voice. "It's me, the littlest Billy Goat Gruff," answered the little Billy Goat in his little voice. "Oh, it's the littlest Billy Goat Gruff, is it?" said the troll. "Well, you won't go much further, because I'm the troll who owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to eat you up." And with that, the troll looked up over the edge of the bridge. When the little Billy Goat Gruff saw the troll, he was so very frightened. "Oh dear good Mr. Troll, please don't eat me up. I'm such a tiny little goat that I would hardly be a mouthful for you," he cried. "I have a brother who is a great deal bigger than I am. Please wait until he comes, because he'd make a much better meal for you than I would." "Very well then, I'll wait for him. Now run along," said the troll. So the little Billy Goat ran on, tip-tap, 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 across the bridge and up to the mountain where he was safe. Now it was not very long after this that the middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff began to think that he'd like to go up to the mountain as well. He did not say anything about it to the big Billy Goat Gruff, but off he went, all by himself. After a while he came to the bridge where the troll lived, and he stepped out upon it. Trap, 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 trap. The middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff barely reached the middle of the bridge when the troll began shouting at him in his great, terrible voice. "Who's that going across my bridge?" said the troll. "It's me, the middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff," answered the middle-sized Billy Goat in his middle-sized voice. "Oh, it is it? Then you're the one I've been waiting for. I'm the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to eat you up," said the troll. After hearing this, the middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff was in a great fright. "Oh dear Mr. Troll, good Mr. Troll, please don't eat me up," he cried. "I have a brother who's a great deal bigger than I am. Just wait until he comes along, because he'd make a much better meal for you than I would." "Very well then, run along and I'll wait till he comes," said the troll. "Only the biggest goat is fit to make a meal for me." So the middle-sized Billy Goat hurried across the river and up to the mountain as fast as he could go. And now it was the turn of the big Billy Goat Gruff to begin to think that he'd like to go up to the mountain as well. So the next morning he set off in the pleasant sunshine. Clumph, 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 clumph. He was so big that you could hear his hoofs pounding on the stones while he was still a mile away. After a while, the big Billy Goat Gruff came to the bridge where the troll lived, and he stepped out upon it. Clumph, 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 clumph. The bridge shook and bent under his weight as he walked. the troll that lived under the bridge was in a fearful rage. This time, the troll's voice was so terrible that all the little fish in the river quickly swam away. "Who's that going across my bridge?" said the troll. But the big billy goat was not one bit frightened. "It's me, the biggest Billy Goats Gruff," he answered in a voice as big as the troll's own. "Oh, it is it? Then stop right there, because you're the one I've been waiting for. I'm the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to eat you up," said the troll. And with that, the great big troll poked his head up over the bridge. But still, the big billy goat was not one bit frightened. "So, you're a troll, are you?" cried the big billy goat. "And you own this bridge, do you? And you say you're going to eat me up? We'll see about that. I have a forehead as hard as stone, and I'll mash you all up, body and bone." Upon hearing this, the troll became even more angry, and he jumped up on the bridge. Then the troll put down his big bushy head and ran towards the big billy goat, and the big billy goat also put down his head and ran towards the troll, and they met in the middle of the bridge. But the big billy goat's head was much harder than the troll's, so he knocked the troll down and thumped him about, and then he took the troll up on his horns and threw him over the edge of the bridge into the river below. And the troll was swept away by the rapid river current and was never seen or heard of again. After that, the big billy goat went up on the mountain, and his two brothers were glad to see him again, and to hear that the wicked troll was no longer under the bridge. And after that, they all stayed up on the mountain together, and the smaller goats ate so much grass and grew so big that after a while, no one could tell the three billy goats apart.